look at this Modi factor. You know, Jasmine Shah, Arvind Kejriwal also in a sense appears to want to replicate the Modi model. Please vote for not the Aam Aadmi Party for Arvind Kejriwal. Please vote for the Delhi model, which in a sense is identified with the personality. We are in the age of personality cult politics. Aam Aadmi Party claimed to be a party with a difference, but your critics say you have become just like any other party. The personality of Mr. Kejriwal is the reason why you want people to vote for you.
Absolutely not, Rajdeep. When you correctly said that when we go to other states, we talk about the fact that we will implement the Delhi model. And today, ask every family, every household in any corner of India, what has Arvind Kejriwal done in Delhi? But will the answer come? Schools ठीक किए हैं, अस्पताल और मोहल्ला क्लिनिक बनाए, free बिजली दिए, free पानी दिया है, महिलाओं को free बस यात्रा दी है. If you ask any other household, let alone any household in the corner of India, दिल्ली में किसी को बोलो कि गुजरात मॉडल का मतलब क्या है, लोग इधर उधर देखेंगे. आप अपने जर्नलिस्ट को पूछो गुजरात मॉडल का मतलब क्या है. So yes, when it comes to Mr. Modi, it is personality cut. When it comes to Arvind Kejriwal, it is the leadership model or the Delhi model that he has built, which is centered around core issues that affect the day-to-day life of the Aam Aadmi. And that is the reason, even if we go by the Access My India poll, which gives around 20% to Aam Aadmi Party, I think this is a historic debut. I think the national politics is going to change forever. Getting 20% in its debut election in the backyard of BJP, where Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Narendra Modi were campaigning relentlessly, shows that Arvind Kejriwal is the future of Indian politics. I'll also talk a little bit about MCD election, Rajdeep, because here was an opportunity for the BJP to actually show what is the Gujarat model or the Modi model of development. Instead, what did they do? The entire of last 6 months, the entire BJP of Delhi, 7 chief ministers, 20 union ministers, and 30 TV channels were relentlessly talking only about corruption, corruption, corruption. Manish Sisodia ने corruption किया, Satinder Jain ने corruption किया, शराब घोटाला हुआ, school घोटाला हुआ. The people of Delhi have responded. If the predictions at the exit poll hold true, which we are very sure, in fact, it will be exceeding the results, then the reality is that people have
show when the results favor them.
Model.
If the results don't favor them, they are never sure.
You're claiming in a way, Jasmine, that Arvind Kejriwal will emerge as the challenger to Mr. Modi.
No, can I show the data around that?
Yeah, please, yes.
So if you ask voters in Delhi who voted for the Aam Aadmi Party, why they voted for AAP, 8% of the overall voters who cast their vote said they voted for AAP because of Kejriwal. Amongst AAP voters, 17% said they voted the way they did because of Kejriwal. But as an overall percentage of all the people who went out and voted, 8% said they voted. So he's much smaller, even in Delhi, even in an MCD election, a much smaller factor than Prime Minister Modi, but brings 8%. Now that's where Rahul Gandhi takes a beating. You run the same thing, Pradeep Gupta, asking people how many people voted for Congress because of Rahul Gandhi. That figure could potentially be 0, 1 or 2, but it won't be anywhere close to 8 or 14.
No, Rahul, that is most important point you have to see. Rahul Gandhi has never held a position, the government position. I am telling again and again, people only vote basis on delivery. So where Rahul Gandhi is responsible any kind of delivery whatsoever. So there is no comparison when you are comparing chief minister to any leader who never had this kind of position.
No, but here Rahul is the problem. Kejriwal still, for what it's worth, brings 8% extra vote to the AAP ticket. Whereas the Congress doesn't have a batsman at this moment who can score runs himself.
Yes. Rahul, that's
so
a
vote
major...
hai, wo party ka vote hai.
You see, if you increasingly see Himachal as well as, see, when we were talking Himachal before the elections, we were talking about some 17 contenders for chief ministers.
In the Congress.
In the Congress means there is a party in which there are strong leaders, Rahul, but you don't have a leader. Similarly, in Gujarat, you find so many congressmen who have been entrenched, good leaders, working for it, and they are winning elections on their own. Congress lacks a leader. But one point which was being made, that what is this Gujarat model? Rajdeep, you know, people don't realize there is a Gujarat model. When 2013-14, if you recall, when Modi was campaigning, he used to talk about how migrants from UP and Bihar, when they travel, mothers feel safe once they cross into Gujarat. It's a fact. Lakhs of workers. There is an industry and employment opportunity in Gujarat. People migrate. Do people know that in Surat, 70% of loom workers come from Odisha? Now 7 lakh people from Odisha are there working in the looms in Surat. That is the Gujarat
And
model,
many are
because
women.
they take these stories home.
No, no, sure.
See,
No,
Modi has a national narrative about a Gujarat model which he took into 2014.
No, I agree with you with one qualification, that even if you went in the 1990s, you would find Odia workers working in Surat. The fact is the Modi model has built on a Gujarat growth engine that actually started in 1990s. The problem with the Congress is the Congress
doesn't want to encash it.
has never been able to encash it. Mr. Modi has encashed what was the growth model of Gujarat and taken it further. So when there is a gift city, for example, when you have highway projects, when the Narmada waters, which ironically the scheme was conceived upon much earlier. The road network was first conceived during Madhav Singh Solanki's time.
But for that,
Hazira was conceived during Madhav
the
Singh.
Congress has to allow a chief minister to go from
That's the
Gujarat to
point.
Delhi.
No, no,
And there-
Instead of letting the High Command run from Delhi
No,
to
I'll
Gujarat.
give, you see where the BJP scored is that the BJP in a particular period of time gave their chief ministers, empowered them and allowed them to build their brands. Let's give them credit.
No.
Whether it's a Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh
Vasundhara.
or a Narendra Modi in Gujarat, they were given the opportunity, empowered to build a certain brand around them. So infrastructure, as it was built in Gujarat, Mr. Modi was there at the right place at the right time. India was growing at 8-10%. Gujarat is one of India's most business-friendly states. Mr. Modi's great achievement, I believe, is that he brought uninterrupted power supply, which benefited the state. Water has now started reaching different parts. Where I think he's still weak is education and health, which Kejriwal has cleverly exploited in this election by bringing a new narrative that what is happening to those outside 100 kilometers outside Ahmedabad or Vadodara. These are realities. Gujarat is not all vibrant. There are darker regions which the anti-incumbency vote reflects, and there is a brighter Gujarat model which focuses on infrastructure where Mr. Modi benefits. So I think we have to acknowledge there's a Gujarat model, there's a Delhi model, but to take your point, Rahul, there is no Congress model at the moment.
No, है ना राजस्थान में where Sachin and Gehlot are fighting.
No, I'll tell you what. In Rajasthan, there is an excellent scheme for medical insurance.
Sure.
Bhamasha.
Sorry?
Bhamasha, I think.
No,
that existed even
no,
at
the
the time of
Chiranjeevi, the Chiranjeevi scheme that has been brought in, the medical insurance up to 10 lakhs that you are providing, Mr. Ashok Gehlot should have been allowed to go out there and say, look, I am going to provide social sector reform and make me the poster boy. But you don't want to do that. Unless you start projecting a model that is an effective model to the people, the Gujarat model and the Delhi model will start competing with each other. Where is that Congress model? The Congress attacks others for unemployment.
Rajdeep,
One of the highest rates of unemployment at the moment is in Rajasthan.
Okay.
No, it is there in Chhattisgarh, let me tell you. The one model is there.
No, but you have to sell it, no? You have to brand
That
it, you
is
have to
something
market
different.
it.
No, but
That
Modi
is
marketed it
Chhattisgarh
himself.
is
It's not like the party marketed
The
it for
one
him.
model
But the
is
party
there in
allowed him to
Chhattisgarh.
do it.
No, but he had the hunger and the audacity and the ambition to do it.
And
Who's
the sun.
stopping Gehlot
And
from...
the sun.
No, the fact is Atal Bihari Vajpayee allowed particularly his chief ministers, if you see, to be projected strongly and allowed them to be seen as the BJP's faces for the future. And I'll give credit to Lal Krishna Advani. Even before that, look at the number of leaders who were in that BJP period were given that space.
Prime
that
Minister,
doesn't happen in the Congress.
but Prime Minister Modi picked Yogi Adityanath.
You see,
If
that's the one
the
exception.
Prime Minister didn't want for Yogi Adityanath to be Chief Minister, he would have never been Chief Minister.
Rahul, see what's happened in Uttarakhand. The
Sure.
BJP had to change 3 chief ministers. In Himachal Pradesh, Jairam Thakur's ratings are well below that of the BJP. Look at Bhupendra Patel. Whether you changed your entire cabinet and you had to change your chief minister because you realized there's anti-incumbency and you appointed a relative non-entity. The BJP needs to recognize strong chief ministers like Mr. Modi are the future of politics of this country. And when you give them and build a brand around them, you will create the next generation of leaders. The Congress failed to do that and is paying a heavy price for it. And I think the BJP therefore scores over them at state level if they give strong leaders like Yogi Adityanath.
See, and one opportunity Kejriwal now has with MCD, if it is under his belt, his Delhi model will get improved because his delivery will get improved because the municipal corporation will be with him.
But will it? Because a lot of MCD employees are now central government
Still,
employees.
Rahul, because I think now the body will, there will be greater cohesion. Remember, municipal corporation owns a lot of land,
Sure.
will give a lot of revenue space to Kejriwal.